So I decided that I'm not going to participate in the international challenge, mostly because it is only going to end in disaster. That my Tapu Lele that I tried to train before the event, I did not have enough time to get it to level 100, so I could not hyper train it. And I'm missing defense IVs and speed IVs, so I'm getting outsped and then absolutely trashed by Arcanine. And then my Arcanine isn't properly EV trained, so I'm getting outsped by Tapu Lele and trashed by Tapu Lele. So that's kind of one of the big problems there, is that like the core of my team does not work because I didn't have enough time to train them. So I'm just going to do that. Also, I thought I selected my battle team already, and I only have 5 Pokemon, so there we go. See, I don't have anything for the internet. I thought I'd have enough time, but just a few days before, I wasn't able to get the proper team ready, so this is just only going to end badly. The only reason I'm participating in the international challenge right now is to get my Beedrillite and my Mawilite. Mawile is actually pretty solid, and maybe Beedrill's pretty fancy, because with the changes to Mega Evolution, that since the battle, or the speed applies before the turn like actually begins, so now Beedrill doesn't have to like protect that first turn. It can go straight offensive, which is really what Beedrill needed. So now we might actually see some like competitive Beedrill stuff going on. I don't know if I'm going to show all my battles. Like, I'm just doing 3. So I'm just going to do 3, get my prize, and then book it. So I don't know if I'm going to do good, bad, how many battles I'm going to show in this video. Because, like, I play into some long, stallish kind of battles. So if, like, the first battle's 15 minutes, you know, we might only do 1 or 2. But if they're kind of quick, then we might go for some more. But overall, I did learn, like, I was streaming, practicing with the team. And there's a lot of things wrong. Mostly the Tapu Lele, mostly the Arcanine. And I feel like I could do something different. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Also, that took a little bit of time to start for the challenge. And here we go. So, Tapu Lele, but no Arcanine. Like, Arcanine is one of the bigger threats, so I wanted to take out something and then put like a hard Arcanine counter in my 6 slot. And there we go. So, I'll do Drifblim. I guess I'm just going to run it the way I've been running it. Also, I'm like losing speed ties with Tapu Lele because there's no speed to tie. And there we go. So, one thing I was also thinking is that if anyone's entering an international challenge, maybe it's best to like wait a day before doing your battles, because then the rankings are going to already have higher players. So that means I think you're getting more points per win that you get, since they're going to be higher leveled opponents, since they've already placed in a lot of matches. If you start at the very beginning when everyone's around the mid 1500s, then you're not going to have as much of a growth, I believe. So I think that's just one thought I had, because I'm technically doing this on like is Saturday the last day, or do I have until the end of Sunday? I don't remember because times are weird. It started like Thursday evening, and I thought that means Thursday evening, Friday, Saturday. Is it Sunday evening? I don't know. See, I wasn't even like paying attention to the times too much. But let's see what we can do against the Metagross Mimikyu. Mimikyu can be kind of bad, but at the same time, not really. So I guess I'm just going to lead my Minimize. And I don't really have much to do to the Mimikyu right now. So the best play is to just Psychic and start to break. Except Metagross probably just wants to go and Hammer Arm me. So I'll protect on the Tapu Lele and just kind of have the first turn go a little bit of something like this. Just in case he wanted to Hammer Arm. Which gives me a free Minimize. And I'm outspeeding because of the Unburden. So Drifblim is like in a pretty solid situation right now. And the idea was to like massively boost my special defense. Ooh. Okay. That's not good. Just straight Z move, and it's actually like an offensive Z move on the Mimikyu. So Drifblim's dead. I would have gone stockpile, but I didn't think that they would just onto Tapu Lele. Never mind, Drifblim's still safe, and he used his Z move, so I don't have to worry about evasion missing anymore. That's gonna be through the protect, but I'm still surviving, and Metagross goes for the Meteor Mash, and I'm gonna avoid it. Okay, we did okay right there. So that means I'm just going to go for another Minimize. Might as well keep going for our mad games right here. And then I'm going to Z Psych up the Drifblim and grab those evasion boosts for myself while going up to full health, just to see where I end up on this like scale of shenanigans. And Mimikyu just goes for the Shadow Claw. And it's probably just going to KO me anyways, yeah. So I went for something right there. But overall, still in a pretty solid situation, because like Drifblim has the win condition, and it has all those Minimizes, and it's carrying that right now. So now we can go into the Kartana. Mimikyu is kind of looking to be a little bit of a threat, and if Kartana dies before I can get any more set up on the Drifblim, then that's going to be bad. So I'm going to go for one stockpile, and then Night Slash on the Metagross might be the way to go. So we Night Slash on Metagross. We just do that. Mimikyu can't KO us. I have a Focus Sash. So that should work out. I'm trying to remember the other thing I was saying. Oh yeah, I wanted to bring the Arcanine because if I'm boosting special defense, and then if I go against a team like this, I just switch in the Arcanine, things would be pretty awesome. But the Arcanine was not set up at all. And Metagross is just tank of filthiness, and it's even left over. Oh no. Weakness Policy. Oh wow. Weakness Policy, full tank Metagross, as Mimikyu actually has Curse. Okay, puts a Curse on Drifblim. Does Curse Baton Pass? I feel like the Curse status actually Baton Passes, which is very bad. And that's going to be a lot of damage right there. I don't have Protect on the Kartana, so I can't stop that Bullet Punch. And even though speed drops, it's really not going to change much of anything. And Drifblim has the Curse. Oh, that would be new. Like, you don't see Curse as being like an actually solid move. But there we go. So Baton Pass the Drifblim. Kartana doesn't get to do anything because Metagross is just going to Bullet Punch, dunk me. Might as well, like, finish off the Metagross or go for the Mimikyu. Because Goodra can deal with the Mimikyu. And I guess we might as well just break the thing. That way we can kill the thing. Oh, he withdrew. Interesting. And goes into Porygon 2. Well, that means the Smart Strike's still doing a solid amount of damage if I'm not getting immediately Bullet Punched. So, download, going to boost the special attack. That works right there. Drifblim with the Baton Pass. So, he's not showing a priority. Why would he do that? Did he want to give up his Metagross? It's at plus whatever right now? I don't know. That was an interesting move. Or does he not have Bullet Punch then? Meteor Mash, Hammer Arm, Protect, question mark? I don't know. So, Smart Strike, not really getting too much done. Oh, Metagross has Explosion. That's interesting. I guess that's one way of doing things. And Goodra avoids it, so I'm down. I guess he anticipated the Baton Pass turn, and now we'll see that Curse probably gets carried over, right? I'm actually really interested, like, because weird things will carry over. Yeah, yep. All right, so there's really nothing I could have done in that situation. That sucks. Well, Goodra's dead, and I just lose the battle off of that one. Drifblim comes in. There's not really much Drifblim can do either. I lost my Unburdened speed boost right there. Mimikyu can Curse at any time, and that's bad. I'm also interested in Curse if it always hits, or if it actually has an accuracy to it. I feel like it's one of those statuses that just kind of lands. Because like if you cut your health in half and then you just don't get to do anything from it, that could get kind of sucky. But not as sucky as this, so I guess I'm just going to Sludge Bomb the Mimikyu, and this battle's over. I'm going to see what I can do to the Cloyster. Drifblim's probably going to get outsped and just wrecked anyways. Curse plus Pain Split. Yeah, the Mimikyu is actually pretty neat in this one. And then Cloyster with the Rock Blast. Oh. Oh. Drifblim's showing a little bit of tankiness, but with that skill link, I'm still dead. See, I don't have enough time to set up or do anything. Or am I? Drifblim's a monster, guys. We survived from already not full health. Okay. Technically could have minimized and then toxic and then whatever. But I just wanted to get that down just in case weirdness happened. And then Goodra Sludge Bombs. Then we Sludge Bomb Mimikyu again. Then Curse bodies us. We don't really have much going for us, especially after taking that damage right there. We have one more turn before that kills us. Like, I have to Sludge Bomb Mimikyu, and then I can Toxic Mimikyu, except I'm already gonna have bad things happen. Yeah. Really wasn't anything I could do against this team. Like, that's just the minimize right there. Oh man, if it wasn't for Curse, I think Goodra could have definitely come back and won this one, unfortunately. And Curse carries over. Like, I think there's a couple of other weird ones, like Leech Seed will carry over. So it's pretty much that Pokemon, everything that's affecting it just becomes a new Pokemon. So Shadow Sneak onto Goodra, just to make sure. Yeah, Shadow Sneak does land. Cloyster has the Ice Shard. So we'll take out the Drifblim. Done, just like that. Why did he use Rock Blast instead of the Ice Shard for that first one? That would have been damage. So Sludge Bomb, not gonna be enough to take out the Mimikyu. Poison adds up, and then Curse takes me down. Alright, GG. Well, that battle didn't take too long. So maybe we can get all 3 in here. And that will be a thing. And then so I bet there's gonna be a lot of people asking like when they're gonna get their Mawilite and Beedrillite. It's not gonna be like the second you do all 3 battles. It's probably gonna be about a week after the competition ends. So expect sometime around next weekend when you can actually claim the code. There'll be an update on the Pokemon Global Link. You'll see it on Cerebi. I might just do a quick little video about it. But overall, like, they'll be like, oh, log on to your Pokemon Global Link account, get a code, and then enter the code for the mystery gift. So this is just going to be me, like, trying to get the Beedrillite and Mawilite. So I get my, whatchamacallit, I get my prerequisites, and then we carry it from there. So let's see if we can actually win a battle, guys. That'd be cool if we could actually win a battle with this team that doesn't even work. So, no Arcanine. Hey, I'm down with the no Arcanine. And unless, how many Mimikyus are actually running Curse on the battle spot right now? That's kind of the thing to consider. I don't think I need to bring the Arcanine in this situation. I'm just gonna run these guys. I'm just kind of running the same 4 no matter what, because I don't even have a team right now. I thought I had 6 Pokemon, but I didn't. I'm actually gonna go on the Pokemon Global Link, because that Curse tech, that's some shenanigans right there. And I don't remember how many people are running that. Like, Never-Ending Nightmare too. There was just so much hate and like mini stall, well, not even stall filled, like just mini filled. It was pain split. That was a very unusual Mimikyu, and it still did pretty well. So Mimikyu is the 19th most used on battle spot. Curse is on 6.3% of sets. Some have a taunt, Destiny Bond, Will-O-Wisp. None of them have pain split though, so like 1 in 20 Mimikyu running the pain split. I like the Pokemon Global Link stats. It's fun to see what a Pokemon is up to. I just have to banter and talk it out while we set up teams and look for battles and stuff, and just hanging out on the battle spot right now, guys. So Pyukumuku, Tapu Koko. We know that this is just fine. Like, Tapu Koko's Electric Surge comes in, we wipe it with our Psychic Surge, and then I wonder what filth Pyukumuku is going to get himself into, because I don't have a way of just out-dunking the Pyukumuku. So that status might get a hold of me until I can bring in the Kartana. We really don't want that. So I know that if I stockpile, I have like some insane survival against Tapu Koko. I'm just going to gamble it on the minimize, and then that's when we just turn it around into Psychic onto... Actually, could just Thunderbolt the Pyukumuku. That's going to be okay damage, but I'm going to be probably trading my Tapu Lele getting poisoned for that one. Minimize outspeeds. Tapu Koko, yeah, I'm not really worried about, because I could technically double stockpile and then Baton Pass worst case. But yeah, let's hit the Pyukumuku, just get some damage on him, and see where that goes. And if one of his attacks missed, then that's just going to be even better for us. So there's a Thunderbolt, Drifloom avoids it, perfect. And I return with my own Thunderbolt onto the Pyukumuku. I was looking for about 50%, good. And he's got a Citrus Berry, not good. Also, I need to shake that out of my mind, because if it's a neutral hit on the Psychic, the neutral hit on the Psychic actually does more than the Thunderbolt onto the Pyukumuku. So as you can see, I'm not really caring right now, because I know that. That might have actually been a 2-hit KO off of the Psychic then. Pyukumuku probably wants to protect then, because he knows I'm gunning for him. This might be my turn that I thread in a stockpile, that way I just don't take anything from the Tapu Koko, and I return it with a Psychic. And like I said, I was pretty much anticipating that Tapu Lele was going to eat the poison, but no protect on the Pyukumuku? Why? Like, that's just something that you give up. He might go for recover then, anticipating like barely surviving and then doing that. So Drifloom going to get another Void right there. Good. The team is working as planned, guys, and the Psychic just absolutely bodies Tapu Koko. So some of these things are still happening the way I want them to, and Pyukumuku wasted a turn. That was pretty much the plan. Pyukumuku wasted a turn. Toxicad's up. That's still okay. And yeah, it kind of depends a lot on the opponent's greed, on how I deal with the Tapu Lele into Tapu Koko. Because Lele just Psychics, and then Koko dies. And even if Thunderbolt lands, Drifloom survives it really well. So that's kind of what I have to base mine off of. And then this is why I run the Thunderbolt, mostly just for the Celesteela. I'm going to minimize, so I don't get leech seeded. And then Tapu Lele is probably still going to be hit by the Celesteela though. It's like, do I go? I could go Z Psych Up right now onto the Drifblim. And then we can gain that Minimize, and then we can gain that Stockpile, and then we can start hitting up the Celesteela. So we'll see what he goes for. Oh! Wait, no, that's my Z move. Whenever I see it, like, I don't really care about my trainer's appearance, so whenever I just see, like, any Z animation, I'm like, oh. Also, I do a lot of the Fan Fridays, so when I'm doing Fan Fridays, I'm just seeing a lot of people do random things. So that's pretty much my anticipation right here, is that I'm going to go to full, copy the stats, and then Heavy Slam hopefully doesn't kill me because of that. And Pyukumuku soaks the Drifblim. Okay. So Poison just gonna kill me anyway, isn't it? Damn. Well then, never mind. I could have thought about that one better. Because I knew I was gonna outspeed the Celesteela. I guess I could have just Thunderbolted. I didn't want to feel like I was giving up my Tapu Lele that free. But, yeah. Then we also have Kartana, so I have to bring in the Kartana right now. And I think now's a good time to switch into Goodra. I have Defense, I have Evasion. The Heavy Slam shouldn't have hit me, technically. Like, Heavy Slam does bypass Evasion, but it doesn't bypass the boosts from Evasion. So if I go for Baton Pass right now, Celesteela could... Actually, I could just go for another Stockpile, because I might as well just get free stats right now. And then I can Leaf Blade the Pyukumuku, because he wants to soak my Kartana before he can poison me. That means Kartana should survive this turn. Kartana's definitely surviving this turn, unless that Pyukumuku has counter, and Celesteela also focuses me. In which case, bad things happen. But that's going to be my Stockpile, so I'm going to give all these stats to Drifblim. And Heavy Slam doubles damage and always hits against Minimize, but it doesn't double against the stats. Pyukumuku survives, Celesteela went for the Toxic, Drifblim avoids, and Pyukumuku went for the Soak. Good. So, I'm still alive. We see Soak, Recover, Toxic. I'm guessing not Protect on the Pyukumuku, or else he should have used it by now. I'm going to... Man, I don't want a Baton Pass, though. I want to keep minimizing. Because I guess I just kill Pyukumuku, and then Kartana stays alive. Because I do not need Goodra getting Toxic poisoned, because that'll end the battle right there. So now, Drifblim is in the position to just kind of have Goodra carry for me. And Kartana's kind of backing up a little bit of damage right there. So Pyukumuku goes down. I bet Celesteela wants to poison my Kartana. But I have stats, so I mean I can Baton Pass into Goodra and layer it. Or he just keeps going for that, and he's never going to hit Drifblim, which works pretty well. I will take that. I will take those. So Kartana has a Beast Boost, goes into the Mimikyu. Mimikyu kind of sucks for me, but it's not the worst thing that could happen. And now it's time, Baton Pass, Drifblim. There's really not much we can do about the Mimikyu right now, so I hit the, let's see, Goodra's slower. Don't want to start hitting the Celesteela. I think we need to start hitting the Celesteela. So we can throw just the neutral onto the Celesteela. I don't know, just having Mimikyu's disguise up kind of makes me uneasy though. So I'm going to do that, and that'll be an okay turn. So we get our Baton Pass. As long as we don't get Toxic on this incoming turn, I think we'll be okay. Then we go into our Goodra. And then I can kind of use Goodra to just kind of chip things around. Because my thought was I could bring in Goodra to start hitting the Mimikyu. But I would rather have him broken. So we know that Goodra doesn't have insane damage against all this, but we'll be okay. See, that's why. Because it's like, he's setting up Swords Dance. It's not something I need to be dealing with right now. And Toxic, Goodra avoids. Why isn't he throwing it onto the Kartana? Because Kartana now just kind of wins. So we'll Flamethrower Celesteela, because that's kind of how this plays out. And then we Smart Strike the Mimikyu. And since I have Focus Sash, it doesn't matter what Mimikyu does. Kartana's going to be just fine. And I think we just win. Neat. We gotta win, boys! I think. Like, Toxic couldn't add up to this point. I think we're just good to go. So now we go and watch the rest of this battle play out. Focus Sash is cool things. Mimikyu dies. Celesteela gets chipped down. And then it can't use Leech Seed on anything because Kartana and Goodra. Nice. So Celesteela actually has a Protect. good thing I want Mimikyu dead. And that's just Smart Strike KO. Done. Because, like, that's why I threw down. Oh, he's got a Focus Sash. Okay, that's interesting. But Play Rough. Oh, Play Rough lands on Goodra. +2. Ooh, that's clutch. Alright, there we go. So, he might go for the Shadow Sneak, and Shadow Sneak would kind of suck. But I guess we'll just hit Celesteela anyways, and we gotta throw another hit onto the Mimikyu because of that Focus Sash. It's all about the RNG, boys. But if Kartana picks up this KO on Mimikyu, and Celesteela has Toxic, Leech Seed, Protect, something else, I don't think Celesteela can actually kill my Kartana except through Poison Stalling. And he didn't even have his Shadow Sneak on his Mimikyu. Okay, seems good. So he decides to switch over the Toxic, but the game's over. Game's over anyways. My Focus Sash bought me time that his Focus Sash did, and then I just had the stats already. That Play Rough though. Goodра's a tanky mofo. Good thing I went for that extra stockpile, just in case. And now there's really nothing that can happen. So Flamethrower, big damage on Celesteela, and then we can also hit the Sacred Sword for massive damage onto the Celesteela, and that is going to be the GG right there. Rainbow Dunk Goodra, guys. Goodra's been the MVP, but like Kartana has stepped it up. Like when I was practicing with this team, Goodra was like the mad Pokemon, and then Kartana was like, yeah, it just does things, you know. But I like that Focus Sash. That's why I feel like I'd feel better having a different sweeping option that isn't just Kartana, because Kartana doesn't get stalled out. And now this kid is just being salty. Come on, you lost fair and square. Take it. You know, like, your time doesn't solve the toxicity issue, unfortunately, but or the unsporting issue. I wouldn't call this toxic. I call it unsporting. Doesn't solve that issue, but there we go. Get wrecked. Celesteela, get dunked. So that's pretty solid right there. We're 1-1. Let's win positive, guys. So it looks like we gotta do this next one. I will then be able to claim my items, and then we are good to go. Actually, I'm just gonna, because it takes so long, I'm just gonna pause and then skip to the next part. Alright, so I did look it up. The International Challenge does end tomorrow, so I mean, I still technically have like 30-something hours, like 20-something hours to do this. I have more than a day, but overall, I am unfortunately just way too busy to be able to do this, and let's just keep going for the same thing, because this team is fun, guys. Like, this team is winning until it loses. I like that philosophy when you're playing Evasion. I don't know if I could do all of my battles if I tried, but again, I don't even care to try, because there's no point trying when you don't have IVs and you don't even have a full team. I just want to get the Beedrillite and Mawilite at this point. Also, I have YouTube to do. YouTube is way more important to me than the International Challenge, so that's why. Unfortunately, things went this way. I really wanted to enter, and I was like hyping myself up before it, but it just fell apart at the last minute, which is super unfortunate. Let's see what we can do about this one right here. Battlefield got weird. Psychic Seed, boosting my special defense. Doesn't really matter right now, but yeah, we'll still land that minimize. And, do we just like Psychic and kill the two cannon? Like, is that what's happening right now? I think that's what's happening right now, guys. I'm also mad at I'm mad at Game Freak. I'm also really mad at the Pokemon community. Like, all people are like, oh, Evasion's too strong, and oh, Confusion is scary. Game Freak changed the game because all these crybabies out here. M2 gets one shot. Good. I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? Z-moves not being able to miss. That's a little not cool. Yeah, that's a little not cool. I felt like there was gonna be a Z move right there, and I was like, that's why I was bringing this up, because I'm like, man, I'm gonna use minimize. It's not gonna matter. You know, maybe it like halves evasion for Z moves, but we don't need another evasion counter out there, guys. Oh, he's actually going for Tapu Lele. Never mind. That's what I want. Why did the hit points go down so slow? For a second there, I thought I actually might survive that in my own naive way. But I don't even have defense IVs. I have like 10 defense on that, so it doesn't really work out that way. But I still got free evasion. So if people want to use their Z move on my Tapu Lele after I get a KO, that is fine by me. And there's a Slowbro. That is fine by me. Because Slowbro straight up dies. I like getting a little bit of that extra durability into the Goodra because it's pretty scary when I do. And then we can go land that Leaf Blade onto Slowbro. We can boost into the Night Slash KO onto Decidueye or something. Sucker Punch is going to fail. Nope, you can't. You're not going to get that super hit onto my Drifblim like that. So that's going to be something. And Leaf Blade. Damn. Slowbro died. Cool. Alright, so Kartana's going to get its Beast Boost. Like I said, yeah, I can just Beast Boost roll the rest of the team right now. I might as well just Baton Pass on Drifblim, just to get another offensive threat on the field and finish this battle up faster. Mudsdale, with a Beast Boost, we're still, yeah, let's just get Goodra out here. Goodra is going to be just fine, so we can Baton Pass Drifblim into Goodra, and then we'll go for another Leaf Blade, and we'll see what we do to the Mudsdale. Kartana's just scary. Like, if it outspeeds and it can just coverage you, you die. But Kartana doesn't have, like, the most insane coverage, so I feel it balances out in its own way. That's going to be Goodra. Goodra can Flamethrower, it can Ice Beam, it can do whatever it needs to do to get this battle done. Yeah, boy. Mudsdale doesn't even get a chance for that stamina to activate. And I would like to see, not really a timer that counts down, but I'd like to see some kind of timer in general, just so I could see like how long the battle has been so far. It's like, yeah, my time is still under a minute, but how long has the actual battle been to this point? So Flamethrower, Decidueye, Kartana, Night Slash, Decidueye, game. Cool. Yay! We ended the international challenge positive. Woohoo! I might do an extra battle at some point, but I'm not looking to like compete. But I do have I still like some ideas of this team. I think I might try to hone it over the next couple days to weeks and get like and make this a serious VGC team. There's hope in this team from what I've learned. That if I can take out Arcanine, and I maybe have a better way of dealing with Mimikyu, because like that's the thing, I'm set up, and Mimikyu really likes setup because it gets a free substitute. So that could lead to some bad things for me. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed these battles. Hope you guys enjoyed my participation for the International Challenge. I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.